right, so example 2 involves writing algebraic expressions with exponents. Now, exponents is something that we learned all the way back like on week 2. So over here on the left, I'm going to refresh myself on what an exponent is. An exponent. Okay, an exponent has a base, like 3 or something. This is the base. It has an exponent, like 5. Exponent. And altogether, it's called a power. Okay, and 3 to the 5th is the same as 3 times itself 5 times. 3, 4, 5. It is not 3 times 5. It is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Okay, which is not 15. It's going to be 9, 27, 81 times 3, whatever that is. Okay, so it's way bigger than 15. All right, so we're going to write some algebraic expressions with exponents. We'll start pretty basic with something that's supposed to be more of a review. So if I have d times d times d times d, then I remember from chapter 1 that my base is d. Okay, this is my base because it's the number being multiplied by itself. And how many times is it multiplied by itself? 1, 2, 3, 4 times, so the exponent is 4. So I've just written that as an exponent. Okay, the importance of this is sometimes you'll have expressions that have a variable to a power. It's important to note that it's different than the original variable just by itself. Okay, so d to the 4th power is d times d times d times d. So let's try another one. Okay, we're going to do 1.5 times h times h times h. Notice I've been using the dot for multiplication. This is because now that we have variables involved, I don't want to use the x anymore. Because if I use the x, I'm going to get it confused with the variable x. Okay. All right, so when I do this one, I notice that I've got h times itself over here, right? But I also have a 1.5. This 1.5 becomes a coefficient. This is a coefficient because it's a number attached to a variable and it's not multiplied by itself. So this becomes 1.5 times, and now I can do the exponent part. Okay, and then I've got h times h times h, which means h is the base because it's multiplied by itself. And how many times is it multiplied by itself? 1, 2, 3 times. So 1.5 h to the 3rd power. So now I've got a coefficient and a variable. Now let's look back to the first one that I did that was d to the 4th power. This one still has a coefficient. What is the coefficient for d to the 4th power? Okay, what is the coefficient? Whenever you don't have a visible coefficient, there's a little number 1 hiding in front of it because there's only one d to the 4th power. Right here, this 1.5 means there's 1.5 h to the 3rd powers. But there's only one d to the 4th power, so the coefficient here is 1. 1 is the coefficient. Okay, so now I'm going to give you some triads. All right, so your two triads are j times j times j times j times j times j, and 9 times k times k times k times k times k. So rewrite those as expressions with exponents. Pause this video, take a moment, rewrite them by yourself. You are supposed to try it by yourself. All right, you should be coming back now that you've tried it. So I notice on this first one, I don't see a coefficient. So I'm just going to start with the variable. So there's a variable of j. And j is multiplied by itself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So this is j to the 6th power. You got j to the 6th power. Awesome job. The second one has a coefficient of 9. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 k's. So this is k to the 5th power. So if you